Have you ever found yourself saying something you immediately wished you could take back? Maybe someone made a small comment, and suddenly you were angry. Perhaps a friend received good news, and instead of feeling happy for them, jealousy quietly appeared. Maybe someone questioned your opinion, and before you even realized what was happening, you became defensive. Or perhaps you walked into a room, compared yourself to everyone around you, and felt a wave of insecurity that seemed to come out of nowhere. If you've ever wondered why emotions sometimes seem to take control before you've had a chance to think, you're far from alone. Nearly everyone has experienced moments where their reaction felt much larger than the situation itself. Afterwards, we often look back and wonder, why did I react like that? I know better. The truth is, knowing better and reacting differently are not always the same thing. Your conscious mind may understand that you're safe, respected, and capable. But sometimes another part of your nervous system has already reached a very different conclusion before your conscious mind has even entered the conversation. Today, we're going to explore why emotional triggers happen, what they're really trying to protect, and how learning to recognize them can slowly transform your relationships with others and with yourself. Most of us assume that whatever happened right before the emotion appeared must be the reason we're feeling the way we do. Someone criticizes us. Someone interrupts us while we're speaking. A friend forgets to text us back. A coworker gets the promotion we were hoping for. Someone disagrees with our opinion. In that moment, it feels obvious that the event itself caused our anger, insecurity, jealousy, or defensiveness. But more often than not, the event didn't create the emotion. It simply uncovered something that was already there. Imagine that you have a bruise on your arm that you didn't even realize was there. Then someone accidentally bumps into you, and suddenly it hurts. The person who bumped into you didn't create the bruise. They simply revealed something that already existed beneath the surface. Emotional triggers work in much the same way. They don't create our deepest fears, hurts, or insecurities. They shine a light on them. This is why two people can experience the exact same situation and walk away with completely different emotional reactions. One person receives constructive feedback and thinks, "This is something I can learn from." Another hears the very same words and immediately feels criticized or rejected. One person celebrates a friend's success with genuine excitement, while another quietly wonders why they aren't enough, or why life never seems to work out that way for them. The event may be exactly the same, but the meaning attached to it is completely different. And it is often that meaning, not the event itself, that shapes the emotional response. Your brain is constantly making predictions about the world around you. Long before you're consciously aware of what's happening, your nervous system is quietly scanning your environment, asking the same question over and over again. Am I safe? It's doing this every moment of every day, comparing what's happening right now to everything it has experienced in the past. When something reminds your brain of an earlier painful experience, even if the similarity is subtle, your emotional alarm system can activate almost instantly. By the time you're consciously thinking about what just happened, your body may have already decided that you're in danger. The part of your brain responsible for reflection, reasoning, and perspective takes a little longer to join the conversation. Meanwhile, the emotional centers of your brain have already begun preparing your body to survive what they believe is a threat. Your heart starts beating faster, your muscles tighten, your breathing changes, your thoughts become narrower and more focused on whatever feels dangerous in that moment. From the outside, it can look like you're overreacting. But from the inside, your nervous system believes it's doing exactly what it was designed to do: protect you. What's remarkable is that your brain isn't reacting only to what's happening today. It's also reacting to everything it has learned before today. Every meaningful experience, every painful memory, every lesson about love, rejection, belonging, criticism, or safety becomes part of the information your nervous system uses to predict what might happen next. In many ways, your present reactions are shaped not only by the moment you're living in, but by the moments that taught your brain what to expect from the world. Although anger, insecurity, jealousy, and defensiveness can feel like completely different emotions, they often share the same underlying purpose: protection. Your nervous system isn't trying to make your life more difficult. It's trying to keep you emotionally safe in the best way it knows how. Anger often rises to protect a place that has been hurt. Defensiveness appears when we fear being wrong, rejected, criticized, or misunderstood. Jealousy often grows from a fear of losing connection, belonging, or feeling important to someone we care about. Insecurity protects the part of us that quietly wonders if we are enough or if we'll be accepted as we are. When we begin to see these emotions through the lens of protection instead of failure, something important starts to change. We stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and begin asking, "What is this emotion trying to protect?" That simple shift can open the door to much greater self-understanding. None of these emotions make you weak, and none of them mean you're broken. They are simply strategies your nervous system developed over time in an attempt to help you survive. emotionally. The challenge isn't that these protective strategies exist. The challenge is that many of them were learned years, or even decades, ago, in circumstances that may no longer exist. Since then, your life has changed. You've grown. You've learned. You've become someone new. Yet your nervous system may still be responding, as though you're living inside an earlier chapter of your life, reacting to old patterns, even when the present moment is asking for something different. The beautiful part is that the brain is capable of learning throughout your entire life. Every time you notice a trigger, with curiosity, instead of immediately reacting, you're teaching your nervous system something new. Little by little, it begins to realize that not every disagreement is danger. Not every silence is rejection. And not every uncomfortable feeling requires protection. That is how emotional healing begins. Not by never feeling triggered, but by helping your nervous system discover that it no longer has to fight yesterday's battles. One of the most surprising things about emotional triggers is that they can transport us backward in time without us even realizing it's happening. Your body may be 40 years old. Your life may look completely different than it did 10 years ago. The people surrounding you today may be kind, supportive, and genuinely care about you. And yet, one unexpected comment, one disappointed look, one unanswered message, or one moment of criticism can suddenly make part of you feel 8 years old again. In an instant, you may feel ignored, misunderstood, invisible, or as though you've somehow let someone down. You might find yourself worrying that you'll lose someone's love or approval, even if there's no real evidence that's happening. The present moment quietly fades into the background, and without realizing it, you're responding not only to what's happening today, but also to experiences your nervous system remembers from long ago. This doesn't mean you're trapped by your past, and it doesn't mean you're destined to keep repeating it more often. It means your nervous system is still trying to resolve something it never had the chance to fully process or receive when those earlier experiences first occurred. Perhaps it needed reassurance, acceptance, comfort, safety, or simply to know that it mattered. Understanding this isn't about blaming your childhood, your parents, or the people who hurt you. It's about replacing judgment with understanding. When you begin to recognize that your reactions have a history, they often become much less confusing. Instead of asking, "Why am I like this?" you can begin asking, "What part of me feels like it's back in that earlier moment?" That question doesn't keep you stuck in the past. It helps you gently return to the present, where healing and new choices become possible. Our brains don't simply react to events. They react to the stories they create about those events. Every moment of every day, your mind is trying to make sense of the world by filling in gaps with the information it already has. If someone doesn't respond to your message, your brain doesn't like the uncertainty, so it begins searching for an explanation. They must be upset with me. If someone seems distracted during a conversation, your mind may quietly conclude, they don't care about what I'm saying. A coworker receives recognition for their work, and suddenly another story appears. I'll never be good enough. What's fascinating is that these thoughts often feel like facts. They arrive so quickly and so automatically that we rarely stop to question them. But in many cases, we're not reacting to what actually happened. We're reacting to the meaning our mind assigned to what happened. Our brains are remarkable prediction machines. They evolved to make quick judgments because, throughout much of human history, responding quickly helped us survive. Faced with uncertainty, the brain would rather create an explanation, even an inaccurate one, than remain in the discomfort of not knowing. Sometimes those predictions are accurate, often they are not. Yet once our brain settles on a story, our emotions begin responding, as though that story is unquestionably true. One of the most powerful forms of emotional freedom is learning to notice the story your mind is telling before accepting it as reality. Instead of immediately believing every thought that appears, you can gently pause and ask yourself, is this a fact? Or is this my brain trying to protect me by filling in the blanks? That simple question creates space between you and the story. And in that space, something remarkable begins to happen. Curiosity replaces certainty. Possibilities replace assumptions. Compassion replaces fear. You begin responding to what is actually happening, instead of reacting to what your mind imagined might be happening. That is one of the quiet ways emotional healing begins. If it feels comfortable, gently allow your eyes to close. Take a slow, steady breath in through your nose, allowing your body to soften just a little. And breathe out, letting go of any tension you've been carrying. With each breath, allow yourself to become a little more present, a little more settled, a little more aware. Now imagine yourself standing beside a peaceful lake just before sunrise. The water is perfectly still, reflecting a breathtaking sky filled with soft shades of blue, warm gold, and countless stars slowly fading as the first light of morning begins to appear. The air is cool and calm, and everything around you feels quiet and safe. This lake represents your awareness. Notice how still it remains beneath the surface, even though gentle ripples may occasionally pass across the water. In the same way, there is a place within you that remains calm beneath every emotion you experience. Now bring to mind one recent moment that triggered a strong emotional reaction. Perhaps it was anger, perhaps jealousy, perhaps insecurity, perhaps defensiveness. You don't need to relive the entire experience. Simply allow it to appear before you as a single leaf gently floating on the surface of the lake. Notice that you don't have to chase it, hold on to it, or push it away. You can simply watch it drift. The emotion is present, but you are not being pulled beneath it. As you continue breathing, imagine taking one small step back from the edge of the water. From this new perspective, notice something important. You are not the floating leaf. You are not the emotion. You are the quiet awareness, watching it move across the surface. The lake remains vast, steady, and peaceful, even as the leaf continues its journey. Now, with kindness instead of judgment, gently ask yourself, what was this emotion trying to protect? There is no need to force an answer. Simply remain open. Perhaps it was trying to protect your heart from being hurt again. Perhaps it was protecting your sense of belonging, your fear of being misunderstood, or the part of you that once believed it wasn't enough. Maybe it is an old wound that has been carrying its burden for a very long time and simply wants to be seen with compassion instead of criticism. Take another slow breath and silently thank that protective part of yourself. It has been working very hard to keep you safe in the only ways it knew how. Then gently offer it something new. Quietly repeat to yourself, I see you. Thank you for trying to protect me, but I am safe enough to choose my response. Allow those words to settle gently within you, like sunlight warming the surface of the lake. Now watch as the leaf slowly drifts farther and farther away, carried effortlessly by the gentle current. The emotion hasn't disappeared, and it doesn't need to. It is still part of your experience, but it no longer determines where you stand. You remain here on the shore, steady, grounded, and aware. Take one final deep breath, filling your lungs completely, and slowly exhale. Notice the deep stillness beneath the surface of the water. That stillness has never left you. It has always been there, patiently waiting beneath every wave, every thought, and every feeling. And just like this lake, you can return to that place whenever you need it. When you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take one last easy breath in through your nose, and when it feels right, slowly open your eyes, bringing this quiet sense of calm and understanding with you. Healing does not mean you'll never feel triggered again. It doesn't mean you'll never experience anger, insecurity, jealousy, or defensiveness. Those emotions are part of being human. Healing means something much gentler, and in many ways much more powerful. It means you'll begin recognizing your triggers a little sooner. The space between emotion and action slowly becomes wider. Where there was once only an automatic reaction, there is now a moment of awareness. And within that moment, you discover something extraordinary: the ability to choose. Instead of reacting immediately, you become curious. Instead of asking, "Who's to blame?" or "What's wrong with me?" you begin asking a different question. What is this feeling trying to protect? That single question has the power to change everything because it shifts you from judgment to understanding, from fighting your emotions to listening to them. Over time, your nervous system begins learning something new. It slowly realizes that not every disagreement is rejection. Not every criticism is danger. Not every silence means abandonment. Not every success belongs to someone else at your expense. Experience by experience, breath by breath, your brain begins updating the stories it has carried for so long. The emotional alarms that once seemed to control your life gradually become quieter. Not because you forced them into silence, but because you've shown them they no longer have to carry the burden of protecting you all by themselves. Your emotions are not your enemy. They are messengers. Some arrive carrying joy, others arrive carrying pain. But every emotion has something to teach you, if you're willing to meet it with curiosity instead of fear. The more gently you learn to listen, the less power those emotions have to overwhelm you. They stop becoming storms that carry you away, and instead become signals that guide you back toward yourself. So the next time you notice yourself feeling triggered, remember that it isn't the end of your story. It may actually be the beginning of a deeper understanding of who you are, what you've lived through, and what your heart has been trying to protect all along. Every moment of awareness is a moment of healing. Every compassionate pause is a step toward greater freedom. And with each new choice, you're teaching your nervous system that the present is not the past, that you are safer than you once believed, and that you have the strength to respond rather than simply react. Your heart already knows how to heal. Sometimes it simply needs a little time, a little patience, and a little understanding to remember the way. And whenever you need a reminder, I'll be right here.